I've been keeping up with Attack on Titan for about 4 years now. That's not to say that I didn't watch the anime when it came out. I did, it's just that I gave up on it after season 1. After the fight with Annie, I was concerned that the show would become a power creep shonen. Of course, in a way, I was wrong. Attack on Titan does have its limits when it comes to power levels, and it would be completely out of character for it to have a studio trigger ending like I originally thought that it would. Don't lose your way! So after I read a bit on the wiki for manga spoilery story bits, I just started rereading the whole thing. During those days, what I found was that Attack on Titan had something that I thought that it never would. Good world building. The world of Attack on Titan is so well crafted, the reader really gets the feeling that the world was complete and real in the author's mind before any of it was put on paper. The world makes logical sense and feels grounded in a physical reality not too far from our own. These rules are displayed with complete clarity to the viewer, and thankfully I can say that I never once felt like Attack on Titan betrayed me, except for right there at the end. Attack on Titan's ending begins by showing us a conversation between Armin and Eren that details out how Eren had managed to become more or less omniscient since the moment he touched Historia's hand at the end of Season 3. Due to his newfound omniscience, Eren found that only one path in the multitudes of futures he could take would lead to his goal. What was his goal exactly? It's kind of hard to say at this point. In the beginning, he wanted to get rid of all the Titans, but most recently he's just been referring to it as, quote, freedom? Even in this final chapter, we get one of the worst betrayals in character dialogue I've ever seen. While simultaneously being questioned by Armin, Eren questions his own logic about why he wanted to, and I quote, turn the Earth into a brand new land. Eren responds, I don't know why, but I wanted to at any cost. Accompanied by some flashbacks of his father naming him Eren and telling him that he's free. What does that mean exactly? We'll never know. I guess we're just supposed to assume that because Eren's father named him Eren and told him that he was free, that somehow convinced him that he should destroy the surface of the Earth. I have a lot of problems with the way this is framed, obviously, but one of them sticks out to me the most. As a reader, I'm supposed to believe that Eren could see all possible futures through the paths. Let's just call them universes, and in one single universe, his plans succeed? This is amazing writing, truly a masterful take for the ages. I can't even begin to vocalize how many possible futures and universes exists. Isn't this exactly what Doctor Strange did about that Thanos guy? Wonderful stuff. Truly a masterpiece. Speaking of good writing, you cannot give Eren omniscient powers over all Titans in the present and future and then expect me to believe that he killed his own mother to save Bertold. The idea that Eren would send the Titan to kill his own mother is preposterous in the first place, and there is no way in all of the universes in existence that this is either kill Bertolt or kill my own mother. Even if that was the case, I'm almost certain that killing Bertolt would have saved countless more lives and definitely would have saved his mother. This also implies that Eren has some level of control over all Titans in the past and future, and if that's the case, why not just completely change Titans to be passive or helpful? Instead of making them monsters, why not just completely reconstruct Titans as creatures? Does Ymir keep him from doing that? She must be keeping him from doing that, right? Because otherwise, our hero just slaughtered 80% of humanity and destroyed the surface of the Earth for... Oh wait, never mind. We don't know why he did that either. Immediately after this, Eren and Armin begin discussing if Mikasa will be able to live without Eren. Then, because Eren is pushed to admit it, he claims that he doesn't want Mikasa to love anyone else, and that he wants her to not find someone else and live a happy life. Oh yeah, that tracks. Our hero character, who is willing to kill 80% of humanity in the rumbling, kill his own mother, and destroy the planet, has one thing he's not willing to give up. Pussy. Don't worry, Armin's still there for you. You either write a character that is fine with being a sacrificial lamb or not, unless I suppose this was an attempt to make Eren less likable right at the end. If that's the case, then I guess bravo. Finally, a writer who isn't afraid to break the rules of storytelling to make us hate the character just a little bit more right before the end. This is our hero, ladies and gentlemen, the cuck who sold the world. On another note, there are so many plot threads that just went absolutely nowhere. Mikasa being royalty, the cop-out that is Ymir being in love with her husband who burned down her home, killed her father, and tore out her tongue, the father of Historia's child just being a random farmer, the founding Titan worm that everybody was just fighting. After Eren dies, I suppose the worm dies too, even though that was never brought up or vocalized to the reader. This ending was obviously both rushed and slapped together with little regard for the audience, and I can't begin to imagine the type of individual who would be so happy to receive something with such blatant disregard for story structure and plot points. You know, never mind, I think I can't imagine it. Why exactly did Mikasa make Ymir happy? Who cares? It's not like the fucking job of the author is to answer questions about the world and how it works, I guess. The only thing that I enjoyed out of this ending is the line where Eren says, and I quote, "Armin, my thoughts have become incoherent. The influence that the Founder's powers bring about have no past or future. They all exist at the same time." This is actually quite a burden to be struck with. Eren's mind being in both the past and the future with no sense of reality or time must have been miserable. If the reason for all of Eren's killing and madness was to finally be put out of his misery of living in a timeless and seemingly never-ending or beginning hellscape, then I think that would have been a much better ending. But instead, the timeless hellscape is going to be me reading this chapter over and over, trying to find some sort of coherent fucking logic. The ending of Attack on Titan gets a 3 out of 10. Very bad. Let me know how I'm wrong in the comments. Come at me. I dare you. Also, if you're wondering what I give Attack on Titan as a full package, I would probably say 7 or so. It's probably not an 8, but it's definitely not a 6. This ending really destroyed a lot of my respect for what I thought was a well thought out and interesting narrative. But it will be interesting to see what kind of garbage they force Isayama to write now that he's finished with Attack on Titan. Something else that the producers can no doubt force an ending to and rake in all the cash by forcing a swift ending right as the sales even start to go down. Maybe the anime ending will be better. I'm just starting to lose faith in the manga industry. But that's a video for another time. I'll see you guys later. Bye-bye.